Hi guys, welcome back to the Accountability Files.
This episode is our 2 weeks in check-in. What's landing, what's testing, and what's shifting.
Yes, it is. The last episode was our January roundup and February commitments, and now we're actually in February. 2 weeks of living what we said we were going to actually do.
So this one isn't about resetting goals, it's about ownership.
It is. And before we get into it, we wanted to share something. We've been recording these weekly sessions for, I don't know, probably about 5 weeks now. And honestly, that was needed at the start and it's helped cement the 2026 energy and kept us focused on what we said we wanted to achieve.
That's right, Priya. But we've also realized that giving ourselves a little bit more time between check-ins actually allows things to land properly.
It does. So moving forward, the accountability files will be out fortnightly.
And that way we can bring more substance, more reflection, and show up to these meetings genuinely accountable and not just reporting for the sake of it.
Because accountability isn't about frequency.
It's about ownership.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Before we start, I just want to say I got a bit cold, but I'm being accountable. I'm showing up, but trying my best. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So,
All right.
Kay, one word to describe the last 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks into February. Give us a word.
Oh, shitty. I'm going with fucking shitty.
Oh my God, that is a very strong word.
What about you? What's your word?
I wish I could pick one word. It's draining. Okay, I'm just going to say draining. It's been draining.
Okay.
So, right, compared to the start of February, do you feel more aligned, more challenged, or just different? Like, your one word, what is that saying? Like, what's happening?
I feel more challenged. Like uh, January was easy coasting, and now it's like February is like, yeah, the grit and and the nasty.
I hear you. We're kind of in now. It's 2026.
Yeah. What about you? How do you feel like compared to the start of February?
I feel different. I'm 2 weeks into navigating what feels like a whole new life. I mentioned in the last episode that I have now had a tummy tuck. I'm 2 weeks post tummy tuck. It feels like I genuinely a whole new life. I can't explain it. And I've been trying to explain to people, but it just feels like I'm a new woman. And
No.
not just about how I look, how I feel. So, yeah, I feel so different.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, February commitments. We both made some commitments last month. Which February commitment have you actually shown up for the most?
Surprisingly, the gym.
Whoa, you go, girl.
Like we know last month I was struggling getting to the gym and doing the cardio, but your girl has been consistent with the cardio in the gym the last 2 weeks.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Um, do you know what? I feel good and bad, but we'll get more into that in a
Mm.
bit. But yeah, like I'm pleased with myself that I've committed to it, but then I don't know if I'm committing to it for the right reason. So yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get into that. We'll dig a bit deeper.
What about you? What have you like committed? What commitment have you actually shown up for the most?
I've rested. Okay, I have rested. And I've
That is a
said,
lie, Priya.
I have, let me tell you something.
No, that's a lie.
I have rested, but rested to what rested means to me, and like resting to somebody else is very different to what resting may be for me. And I know, like,
But is it resting to what your doctor prescribed?
okay, forget about what the doctor prescribed for a second. I feel like
No,
I have
this is the
rested,
accountability files,
and I am
remember?
being accountable. I'm being so accountable that I've committed to resting. I
Mhm.
know that seems easy, but for me, it's not. I find it boring. My mind constantly reminds me of all the things I could be doing to be productive while I'm lying there. But let me land, yeah. But
Go on.
I've really had to fight my demons. Fight those little demons in my head and just lay there because I have laid there. Now I'm not going to act like I've not done nothing. I've been
Mhm.
super productive with my private business, the podcast. Like I've been telling you. But this is all whilst lying on my back. Do you get what I'm saying? All whilst lying on my back. However, I've turned down seeing clients physically. I
Mhm.
could have, obviously, I started seeing clients today, but the last 2 weeks, you know how I would usually be. I'm thinking money, money. I could be doing this. I could be doing. I have literally been laid on my back. Yeah, I've been super productive, but just my whole thing has been about resting. And that's what the doctor said, rest. They didn't say you couldn't have a laptop while you're laying down on the back. So that's what I've done. So I feel like I've really committed to even embracing, yeah, what I find hard is playing the look after me, that I need all the attention role. I found that so challenging, but I've played
Mhm.
into it because I know that I need to rest. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've been committed, man. I've been committed. And it's been hard. No one will understand how mentally hard that has been for me to just lay there.
Mm.
But yes. Right. Which one has been harder than expected? What one of your commitments and why?
The eating healthy. So,
Okay.
um, 2 weeks ago, just under 2 weeks ago, I gave up sugar.
Mm.
And the thing is, I have actually stuck to it. Like I've cut all refined sugars out of my diet. But I've gone like extreme with it. Like, you know me, with the seasonings, all of that, anything. I'm reading ingredients. I've turned into Eddie Abu overnight. I'm reading the ingredients on the back of
Oh
stuff. If
no.
it's got sugar, it don't pass my lips. So, but there have been a few days where, as much as I'm eating sugarless stuff, I've been like a bottomless pit. Like
Mm.
sugarless, whether it be meat I'm eating or peanuts. Peanuts has been my
Something,
thing.
something.
Yeah, something has been in my
Popcorn,
mouth.
popcorn.
Hey, no, but popcorn's addictive. Don't ever tell me that you ain't sat in a cinema and bought a big large one and boxed that off and not even realize you've
I
done it.
know, but not salty. You eat salty popcorn, that's so dead.
Oh, salty popcorn's the shit.
Mm.
So yeah, but like I say, I've stuck to the no sugar, so yay me for that.
I'm
But
proud.
yeah, the snacking, there's been a couple days, your girl's been a big back.
Listen, you know what? That's the same for me. That commitment has been really hard. The food. The food. My appetite has been appetizing. Listen, all these people who said they had no appetite after a tummy tuck, I don't know what your food habits were like before. Yeah, because listen, that first week, yeah, I
Mm,
felt constantly empty. You know that empty, there's no end. Have I got
mhm,
worms? What's happening here? Like, I'm hungry. And then I watched a video online and no, I went to my nurse appointment and she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be eating stay away from any junk food." And I was like, I haven't been eating junk food, but I've been eating like, what did I say to her? The first day I got out, obviously I had those Reese's Pieces, but that's just a food, a little comfort thing after a major surgery. But she was like, you need to be having like a Mediterranean diet. And I was thinking, all right, I haven't gone as far as a Mediterranean diet, but I haven't been unhealthy. Like I haven't been eating bad. I'd say only thing I've been having is like pop chips, which are like 70 calories, and a fiber one bar here and there, and these peanut protein bars. But
mm,
I've been eating more than I wanted to. I
yeah,
genuinely thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to sort out how often I ate. I thought I would be able to ride out breakfast till a bit later, but no. And even I thought I'd be able to cut out the little snacks, even if they are healthy, but your girl
mm,
is hungry. And guess what? When you're bored, like I said, my first wordage, you eat even more. And
yeah.
I'm bored. So I'm hoping we'll see what happens. But hopefully after this is all said and done, I'll be back in routine. But I'm not eating naughty, naughty. Like my partner yesterday, he said, "Oh, I got these chicken burgers from the shop." And he showed me them. I said, "No, it's fine. I'll have a bagel." What do you think? I wanted that chicken burger so bad. Then he come up to me, he's like, look at the mayonnaise. And so showing me the burger that he made, and I was thinking, oh my God. But we didn't do it. So yes. So yeah, it's been interesting with these commitments.
Yeah. It is, it's hard. And when you've got people around you, like obviously I've got my son and like he's got a whole cupboard full of snacks.
Mm.
And because our kitchen's small, my snacks are in the same cupboard. So it's like I'm reaching for my nuts and all I can see is bare snacks. And I'm like, the fact that I'm even just saying no and just taking my little peanuts out, I'm taking that as a win.
Maybe you should put them in a like a bag or something because it is
They
hard.
are. No, I've got them in like mine are in a separate bit, like, but it's one cupboard where everything is. But I still have to look past them
See, I
to
wouldn't
get
be able
them.
to do that. That was my issue. So we've got separate because I just put in a separate, or you could get like a bag, like one of those, just like a bag put in your car or something that is just
Yeah.
separate. Like I hide my partner's Lucasades in my car because otherwise he's going to drink them in the house. There's certain things that I move about, out of sight, out of mind.
So obviously we've talked about what we thought would be harder than expected. Is there anything that you thought would be easy that actually hasn't been?
No, not really. Just the food.
Mm.
Just the
Do you
food.
know
What
what
about
was for
you?
me? For me, it was so obviously last month I mastered the 6:30 morning wake ups, like no
Yeah.
problem. But this last 2 weeks, not every day, but there's been a few days where, don't get me wrong, I've still woken up at 6:30 every day, but the getting up, I've struggled to get up and like go. Like it's taken me maybe 20 minutes before I've even got out of bed, whereas normally I was up at 6:30, out of bed by 6:35, cracking on with stuff. Whereas now there's been a few days where I haven't actually jumped out of bed till 7 o'clock.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think, but I do think a lot of that has been where I've been working out twice a day. My body's been a bit more tired, but uh, the last 2 days I feel like it's coming back. So I think it was just my body adjusting to this new exercise regime.
Yeah, you need to bounce back because it wasn't just about you, was it? The
No,
6:30 waking up, it has a purpose.
yeah,
So make sure you try and bounce back to that.
yes. And then obviously, what has affected your energy the most over the last 2 weeks?
Recovering from this tummy tuck. And
Mm,
then bad flu on top of that. It's not a
oh,
joke. Tummy tuck plus flu is not for the faint-hearted. At the beginning, I was just drained. Yeah. Oh God, had a tummy tuck, feeling tired. Luckily, I didn't have no pain, which I'm so grateful for. Then the flu came. It must have heard me saying to everyone, no, I'm good. No pain. I've been absolutely fine. Came off my pain meds 2 days. And then the flu came in, these kids coughing up the place and wiped me out. And what drained me more was I was doing so well after the tummy tuck. Like
mm,
I was doing so well. And now my body's just aching. I can't even blow my nose properly. Do you know how mad that is? That I'm using
yeah.
a little Vic stick, sticking up my nose, trying to clear out my airwaves, and I can't blow my nose. I can't cough because it feels like my whole insides are gonna pop out. That's
Oh,
what it feels like. And you're meant to basically hold something against your belly when you want to cough. Sometimes I ain't got nothing near me to hold near my belly. It's just
yeah.
very uncomfortable. And guess what happens when I'm feeling down and sad and in my feelings?
Go on.
I book a holiday. I book holidays. I literally said to you and to everyone that I was taking it easy this year.
Yeah.
How many times have I said that to you?
You've said it multiple times. No, I'm not
I
overbooking
know.
anything this year.
I was like, I'm not committing to loads of holidays because last year I was away nearly every other month and it felt really fast paced. And it felt
Mm,
like when anything came up, it was like, oh, I'm going away. And it's lovely to go away, but sometimes I want to enjoy things that are happening over here.
yeah.
But, I'm going to be honest, booking these holidays have made me feel really a bit more buzzy inside. So I've booked two more. I've got two more booked, one for each week of being down. It makes sense. Do you know what I mean? 2 weeks down. I'll be back up next week. For fuck's sake, like just take my bank card immediately at this point. Like I'm over it myself. Do you know what is the funny thing is I book it and then I feel down after. And I'm like, why have you done that? What have you done here? This is so stupid. But
Oh,
hey ho,
what's
something
done
to
is
look forward
done.
to. It's done, it's
Yeah.
done. What about you? What's affected your energy the most?
So obviously I have been quite down about my weight, which has just deflated me a lot the last 2 weeks. I obviously gave up sugar. I've come off Manjaro, and I've just noticed that I've ballooned out again. Like I haven't put all the weight back on, but I just like I've put on a substantial amount that I can see it in my face now, and that's when like it gets to me when I see it in my face. So it's yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been fucking with my energy. And it's making me move drastic with like the exercise stuff because like I had this, remember my goal was I was gonna look sexy in my birthday dress.
And you still
So
will
now
be. You still will.
we'll see. We've got 2 weeks. We will see. But yeah, so that's been the main thing that's kind of getting to me at the moment. So would you say that you have respected your own boundaries or have you crossed them the last 2 weeks?
Well, I've been sleeping on the sofa for the last 2 weeks. So
Hmm.
remember I spoke about my usual boundary of like bedtime by a certain time, going
Yeah.
upstairs to bed and protecting my wind down time. That has basically been non-existent. I could have gone upstairs to sleep, to be fair. There wasn't anything restricting me to downstairs, but I chose to stay downstairs because the sofa's comfy. I'm not going to
Hmm.
roll over in my sleep because I don't want to roll off the sofa. I've got a toilet downstairs and easy access to the kitchen. And also, if I'm being honest, it's been useful being downstairs because I've had less responsibility. I wasn't
Hmm.
dealing with my daughter waking up, sorting her room out, doing her self-care to whatever time, going to bed, like having to moan at her about going to bed on time. And those little things that usually do my brain in were out of sight.
Yeah.
But I do have to big her up. She was silent at bedtime. And I don't know if that's because she was secretly watching TV or had some sort of device up there and knows her dad isn't as on it as I am. But yeah,
Hmm.
there was a lot of silence the day she was here. Also, another boundary I did break is I went on Instagram, which I said I wouldn't be doing. But my whole thing was with Instagram has always been like the scrolling. That's my thing. Like I've got TikTok. I use it for a purpose. Snapchat, if I had Snapchat, it would be literally to take pictures and scroll through people's things.
Hmm.
Instagram, the reason I went on there is because I wanted to find a private members club. Actually, you were saying to me, yeah, about trying to do one thing, on the weekend that you kind of
Yeah.
enjoy doing. And then I said I was reading the Let Them theory, and it was saying about going and finding something that you like to do and putting yourself in certain spaces. So
Hmm.
I wanted to find a private members club so I can get into my networking girl era. It's something
Hmm.
I've wanted to do for a while, but for me, it has to be the right space. I need to get a feel for the caliber of people that might be there. So I thought a private members club in London would be ideal, especially with the
Yeah.
type of clients that I work with.
Hmm.
I actually found a couple I'm interested in, which I'm going to do some more research into. There was one called Pavilion and one called Home House, and they look like my kind of vibe, but I need to get my hair done before I meet with them because some of them have like this interview process, and I'm like, I cannot be going in there looking like this. I also connected with two people over Instagram in such like what I was on there for a day, and I connected
Yeah.
with two people, and I was like, okay, this is good, and had some really positive conversations. So maybe I do need Instagram for connecting. I find
Hmm.
LinkedIn very, it's not my sort of vibe. There's nothing that draws me to it. I feel like you need to know who you want to speak to on LinkedIn, where Instagram you can kind of see the vibe through images, and I think that's what stands out to me.
Okay.
But I think I just need to set the boundary that I'm on it for a purpose, not to
Yeah.
scroll. And the good thing is I didn't have that urge. I didn't have that urge to scroll. Yeah, I had a look at my stories of my holidays. That's probably why I ended up booking holidays. But I didn't go on there and think, oh, I really want to look at this person's page. I've never really looked at people's pages. It's always been stories, anyways. But I didn't have that urge at all. But yeah, it was nice to connect. And it's nice for people because I could have used the Thrive and After 30 page like we discussed. But
Hmm.
people need to buy into me. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they need to know who I am rather
Yeah.
than it's not me messaging you for Thrive and After 30. I need them to know I'm Priya. So yeah, that worked. Even though I crossed my boundaries. I feel like there were some positives, and sometimes you have to reassess things. And like we spoke about in one of the podcasts, is healing your relationship with social media. And I feel like I've done that. I
Mhm.
don't feel like I view it in the same way I did before. And I don't think I'd ever give back that time to just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. It's not going to happen.
Mm.
Because I've actually seen the benefits of not doing it for a substantial amount of time now. What, October, November, December, January, February? It's going to be what, 5 months? What about yourself? Like, have you respected all your
Uh,
boundaries?
so I was really thinking about this, and I was like, actually, maybe it might not have been a boundary that I've set this month, but just in general for this year, I definitely crossed one of my boundaries. I got overwhelmed and I didn't speak up about it, and I did the whole people pleasing thing. But actually today I did speak up about it, and yeah, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And yeah, I feel like I've just kind of been like, you know what? I've been honest. I didn't want to let people down, but I've been honest about it and just said like, right now I can't do this. I'm a bit overstretched. So
Go
that
on, you
was
girl. You have to do that. Otherwise, people aren't going to know. And like I say to you, people work at different paces. And
yeah.
sometimes people expect you to work. It's like I said to you, sometimes I expect people to just be like, just like me. And I've even noticed with my kids, they go, Mum, sometimes I just need you to break things down or do things a bit slower because I'm very fast paced. So
Mm.
it's good to be able to tell people that I'm a bit overwhelmed right now, or this is what I have capacity to do. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people will just think that you can just make magic happen.
Yeah.
So I'm
Hmm.
glad that you've done that.
And then what did the last 2 weeks teach you about your actual capacity right now?
It's limited right now, but I'm gonna be back in full effect very fucking soon. Excuse my French. I didn't want to swear on this podcast. I'm trying my best, but I will be back in full effect next week. Next week is just looking so good. So good. I'm back to like my full-time job on Thursday. But from Monday, I've got a lot of productive TWP stuff happening. So yeah, and the podcast, like things are going really well with the podcast. So I'm just feeling, yeah, the rest of the month I'm gonna be back in full effect. Hopefully walking straight at some point as well, because this bend up like banana is just doing me. It's just not the vibe. It's really winding me up. What about you? What's happening with you?
Um, my capacity right now is overstretched.
Yeah.
As I said to you today, like I need to sit down and rejiggle like my schedule, stop trying to do everything and actually like work out what I have the capacity to do. Um, yeah, so it's something that I'm aware of and I'm going to be working on over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's at least you got a plan and you're aware. At least you're aware now, so you can end the month on a high rather than feeling like, oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what would you say? Let's talk about adjustments now. What needs adjusting before the rest of February? I know you've spoken about your capacity, but anything else, or what does that look like, and so on?
So yeah, it's mainly my capacity and my weekly routines, but also my eating habits. We've got to sort this out now. What about you? What do you think needs anything you need adjusting before the end of Feb?
I'm going to be honest, I can't really say much due to my situation. I just need
Mhm.
to get back to some sort of normality, preferably walking straight, like I said, so I can somewhat feel normal again and see what my body can and can't do. But right now, I'm just riding a wave of I'm meant to be resting, I'm not meant to be doing much. I'm meant to be having the whole princess treatment. If I want to eat, I'm going to eat because my body's in healing mode, just making sure it is good. But
Mhm.
yeah, once this is over, March is going to be a whole different ball game. So what are you simplifying or letting go of for now? Is there anything in particular?
I'm letting go of this fucking book.
Don't make me
Oh no, I've
laugh.
still not finished this
Oh
book.
my
I'm letting
God.
go. I've just got to admit to myself, I'm not into it and I need something different to read. So yeah, we're getting rid of that one. Sorry, I'm sorry to slay in your lane. I tried, but it's just not for me.
But that's the same. Like I mentioned to you, I was reading the Four Agreements. The Four Agreements. There was just something about that book that didn't sit right with me. I got halfway through. Maybe it was a bit too deep. Remember, I was telling you like there was a lot going on. I don't know, but sometimes if it's not for you, it's not for you. On to the next, because it is so good to read, isn't it?
What about you? Anything you're simplifying or letting go of?
So walking, and the gym are out of the game. I
Mhm.
can't even walk for more than 3 minutes without needing to hold on to something. I can't push my body, and no gym for 6 weeks is already sending me over the edge. So I'm just going to be letting go of it for now. But
Fair enough.
what I have been doing is getting up every day and reading.
Mhm.
I finished the Let Them Theory now, so I said 2 books in February I was going to aim to do. It's
Yeah.
13th of February now, and that was like 300 something pages. So I've just ordered I Am Not Your Baby Mother by Candice Braithwaite. So
Mhm.
I'm going to see what that book's saying. I'm going to try and finish that. Do you know what's really good about Amazon? Is I was thinking I really don't want to buy another book. It's so expensive, aren't they? But they do
Mm.
like resell. So I actually got
Yeah.
the book for £2.98. The only annoying thing is not coming till the 17th, so it limits my time of how much time I have to read it. But as
Mhm.
I said, I'm committing to it. So my plan is to read that book before the end of the month. So, yeah, I do want to say I will be doing a review on the Let Them theory. I'm absolutely obsessed with the book. I'm actually going to read it again and then probably again. Yes, it's a self-help book, but it's the self-help everyone needs. It's so relatable. And my mouth, I wanted to hug the book. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I, I can't get over it. Like, it's such a good book. But this time, I want to read it again, but I want to take
Mhm.
notes because I feel
Yeah.
like I was just reading, but I wasn't saying, yeah, well, this is what I could do, this is what I could do. And I'm not very good at, my brain needs to digest it, so I'm going to read it again. So what about a boundary you're doubling down on? Any boundaries?
No, I think this, like I say, it's just my boundaries for this month apart. Like I've worked through it, so there's nothing really I need to double down on.
Yeah,
What
it's,
about you?
yeah, exactly. There's no point just saying it if you don't need to. I'm going back to my full-time job, like I mentioned, next week. I'm going to be seeing some of my private clients face to face, so I need routine back. I'm going to attempt to be back upstairs in bed. We'll
Mhm.
see. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but I'm going to make that decision by. I need to be up there by Wednesday midweek if I am. And I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. But
Yeah.
the 10 p.m. bedtime needs to be on smash. I already
Mhm.
adjusted it from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m., so no excuses.
And then, what's one thing you're taking ownership of for the next 2 weeks?
So not doing too much. Allow myself to keep accepting the princess treatment. Just because I'm going back to work doesn't mean I'm fully recovered. Because sometimes I feel like, oh, because I'm doing this, people probably think I'm recovered. And then in my head, I feel like I need to start doing the most. I
Mhm.
need to take ownership of not overdoing it, saying no in the house and actually asking for help, which I'm not good at. I'm going to be honest, I'm not good at it. But my partner's a good guy, but he's your typical man. Sometimes you have to ask. And as the mother, you're usually the one remembering everything and never switching off. But you
Mhm.
see, these last 2 weeks, I haven't had to think once. I've literally left it all to him and he has sorted everything out so effortlessly. I can't even explain how that's made me feel. He's thought of everything without me even having the opportunity to think. And at one point I was like, no, is this what we're doing? Yeah. So I've genuinely been able to just think about me. So I'm taking ownership of keeping that in motion. That's gonna continue. So yeah,
I think I'll be taking ownership on my eating habits, the snacking, and just being realistic about what I can do.
it's nice and simple. Do you know what I mean? Nice and simple. And what about like one sentence for the rest of February? I commit to? What are you committing to?
I commit to being consistent.
Okay.
What about you?
For the rest of the February, I commit to respecting my recovery and not overdoing it, even when I feel capable. I've got to stick to it. I've got to do it. I know that right now I can lay on my back. I could do the work on my laptop, but I need to not think like, oh yeah, you need to do that extra thing now. Just
Mhm.
keep resting to a certain degree. And a while back we said that we were going to do this. We're both going to give each other something that would make us challenge us to step out of our comfort zone. But we discussed that we'll just both commit to something that we feel like we should do. So what is going to be your one thing you're going to do to step out of your comfort zone
So
over the next
I'm
before
going
we check
to,
in again?
yeah, I'm going to attempt a high rocks class.
That's fun. That is
Oh,
that,
no, it's not. It's like my worst enemy. Like we know cardio for me, I hate it. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna attempt a high rocks class.
that sounds fun. I want to join in when I've recovered fully. I've seen them and they look really good.
What about you?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to 5 people on Instagram that I'm keen to network with. It does make me feel out of my comfort zone. I don't really like reaching out. Ideally, I want to go to a networking event, but right now I can't. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stand up for your birthday at this point. So my whole stuff around comfort zone is networking and meeting new people. So, and also like, the classes at the gym, just putting myself around different spaces. So I'm going to reach out to 5 people and just see where that conversation takes me.
Nice. Yeah, wish you all the best with this and for the next 2 weeks.
And same to you. You've got this. Just remember how far you've come. Just keep going. Consistency is key. You're not going to see change overnight or a couple days. You just need to keep being consistent, keep showing up, and give yourself grace as well. As I said, 2 days in the gym, 2 sessions a day in the gym is a lot, but it's just about being consistent and showing up. Um, but yeah, we'll check back in a fortnight. We'll see what both of us have been on, and also we will be putting our little bit of updates about our accountability on our stories on Instagram. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out. You may get a little sneak peek of what's actually happening behind the scenes. And yeah,
All right. Well, I'll see you in a fortnight.
see you. Bye.